The Incredible Hulk from 2008, set within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is definitely the black sheep of the entire franchise. With that said, I don't think it's the weakest film by any means. Uneventful, yes. Uninspired, maybe a little. But terrible? Heck no. The main antagonist of the film was Emil Blonsky, played by Tim Roth in live action and motion capture when he becomes the Abomination. Abomination is by far one of the Hulk's greatest enemies. In the comics, the two have fought more times than I can count, and being that he is depicted as stronger and larger than the Hulk in most if not all incarnations, it makes him a worthy adversary to the Incredible One. Blonsky was a member of the KGB, a spy, who infiltrated an Air Force base in New Mexico to photograph gamma-ray machinery. The equipment activated, and he was caught in the blast, being hit with more gamma radiation than Bruce Banner was, and transforming into a similar creature to that of the Hulk. In the film, Blonsky is instead a Russian-born Royal Marine for the United Kingdom. He is on loan to General Thaddeus Ross in order to hunt down and capture the Hulk. I like this idea so much better because he has more to do as Blonsky before he becomes the Abomination. In the film, he's a soldier, an actual threat, not just someone hiding in the wings. The comics had Abomination trash the lab and want to destroy the Hulk so he could be the only living gamma radiation monster alive. He wanted all the power to himself. In the 2008 film, Blonsky in many ways becomes fascinated with the Hulk and agrees to take part in various experiments that see him injected with serums in order to gain superhuman strength, speed, agility, you name it. The transformation starts off small, but from the get-go, it begins to impair his judgment and deform his body and skeleton. He's paying a price for all this power. In the comics, Abomination was placed into a comatose state multiple times due to the hard-hitting nature of the battles with Hulk. He feels that years of his life are being taken away from him, and that being the Abomination is a burden, almost a curse at times. I think the Incredible Hulk film does a great job in adapting this idea. As the movie progresses, you feel that Blonsky is losing his mind. His quest for power is destroying his body, but he doesn't seem to really care. It's a price he's willing to make to get to that end result quicker. I think a sequel could have further explored this idea after multiple battles with the Hulk, but what we got was good enough for the time being. Universal is holding out on Marvel and Disney because they still own some theme park rights to some of the Marvel characters. They have the right of first refusal for any future Hulk movie made, as well as its distribution rights. It's a simple power play on Universal's part. Disney is a big competitor, not only in the film industry, but also with its theme parks. Marvel can still put Hulk characters into their movies, like Bruce Banner and General Ross, but would people really be satisfied if someone like the Leader became a side note, thrown to the bench in favor of other Avengers characters? Probably not. That's why Marvel hasn't revisited them. They care, trust me, but they want to do it right. It's not their fault or Kevin Feige's. Blame Universal. Anyways, back to Abomination. His design in the film, I actually prefer it over the one from the comics. Yeah, it's a little bland, and he's missing his iconic ear fins, but then again, his design in the comics was sort of bland too, now that I think about it. The one in the film looks scary and isn't a result of gamma radiation, but twisted experiments, one on top of the other. He's a monster in every sense of the word. Also, because of Blonsky's gradual transformation throughout the film, it could be assumed that in future appearances, he could always be experimented on further to become even stronger, maybe even looking more like the one from the comics. Who knows? Like I said, Abomination is one of the Hulk's greatest villains. I consider him to be his arch-nemesis, above even the Leader. In the comics, Banner's wife Betty Ross dies at one point. Banner believes it to be the cause of gamma poisoning, being so close to him. However, after her father, General Ross, tracks down Abomination, originally believing him to be the Hulk, the true culprit in his eyes, Blonsky reveals that he is responsible for Betty's death. I think Abomination has the potential to take things in a very personal direction as an antagonist. Maybe someday we'll see that happen in the MCU. Only time will tell. Apparently, Blonsky was set to make a cameo appearance in Avengers Age of Ultron, played once again by Tim Roth, but it was scrapped. Honestly, I'm kind of glad because it would have felt tacked on. I don't know how he would have fit into the film's story. Mind you, the MCU one-shot titled The Consultant explained that Abomination was considered to be a part of the Avengers Initiative, being viewed as a war hero. However, they decided against it, and as far as we know, he is still locked away in a prison somewhere in Alaska. Whether he is still the Abomination, or he has been cured in some way, remains to be seen. This has been NerdGasm. What do you guys think of the MCU's take on Abomination in comparison to that of the comics? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe to be notified of future content, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.